Do you want to be better at Hive Bedwars? Do you want to learn the best strategy to win? Do you want to boost your win rate? If you do, then watch the whole video because I've got some tips and tricks to help you with your Bedwars career. I choose the map so that I can get an idea of what my strategy might be like in the game. I also do the parkour at the start of the waiting lobby, I guess. I'd say this is a very good thing to do because a lot of the time in Bed Wars you might be running out of blocks and a parkour that you might be close enough to an island to do a parkour jump, but like it might be like a 4 blocker. So practicing parkour is a very good trick to and like a good skill to get the hang of for Minecraft Bed Wars. So if you're a complete beginner, there is a generator at your base. So in this game, I'm red team, so that means that my wall will be red, and in the top right it says red team, and my red bed is still like intact. That means I have my bed. With the generator, it drops iron, and on one shot grid it drops gold, but at the start it just drops iron. So with the iron, you want to get 5 iron and then buy blocks. You want to bridge to the diamond generator in front of your base, just as I do. So here I wait for 3 diamonds to generate, which there's a UI at the top so you can tell how many generated items there are. So I take the 3 diamonds, and with the diamonds I upgrade the generator so that it starts dropping gold as well. I also decide that it is best to buy deep slate. This is what I always do. I also buy a sword and some blocks to take out my first rush. Your first rush is always the priority to take out. You do not want to go to middle before you, like the middle island before you take out your first rush. So here I go to take out my first rush, and they also have got themselves a sword, but they have not got any diamonds, so they just have wool over their bed, and I get a nice combo going. So after I kill them with the combo, I just break their bed, as you should, and then I get ready to finish them off. Combos are an essential part, especially during the front rush, which I'll talk about more on later. So I collect the diamonds and I decide now that I have got my first rush, I should probably head to middle. And then I ran out of blocks. So that is why it's important to check how many blocks you have, and that is what I was saying earlier about parkour jumps. If I was close to the middle, I could have made a. If I was closer to the middle, I could have made a parkour jump. Alright, so I see that there's only 2 teams and they both don't have a bed. So I decide that like playing aggressive is probably the way to go. So before I play aggressive, I decide to get iron armor with 28 gold. Okay, once I reach 20 gold, when I reach 20 gold, the orange team just sort of dies. They're gone from the game. So now it's just me and yellow team, which has their bed broken, which means that if I kill them, I win the game. I just have to make sure that they don't get my bed. So now that I have almost got iron armor, okay, so I get iron armor. So I get iron armor now, and I head back to middle to try and get more emeralds. I also am thinking about how I could possibly win the game now. So I look, and out of the corner of my eye, I see that there's yellow team over there. So I decide that I'll play the aggressive and I'll go after yellow team. I see him there, and I see that he doesn't have any armor. So I play super aggressive. He almost breeze balls me off the whole edge, but luckily I managed to place myself so I fall back onto the bridge and I get the W. That was a very quick game, and most Bed Wars games won't be that quick, so I go into his second game to try and show you more. Okay, so this is the second game, and I choose warps for a different map just so you can see like different experiences. Again, doing the parkour. Very helpful to do this because parkour skills are very important for Bed Wars. And it turns out, just a fun fact, the person who was in the cove, which I was going to as well, is also my first rush. And they're the only one who made the full parkour. So I know that they are probably one of the best players in the lobby. Maybe not the best, one of the best. So this first rush is bad for me, but it's also good for me. So I decided that getting them out the game quickly before they get deep slate is a must do. Obviously, I didn't know this at the time, but then I see his skin and I know it. Okay, so we sort of go on hitting each other, and then I get a combo on him. When is the combo? Oh, there we go. There's the combo. See, you see how he's almost all of the time. He's almost red the whole time. Because he's red the whole time, that means that I'm hitting him as soon as I possibly can. So there's sort of a cooldown. On Java, there's a cooldown between hits and also once you actually attack them. But on Bedrock, there's not a cooldown between hits. It's a cooldown between when the player can take damage and knockback. So you can spam, but and that's good, but you can't constantly just minigun him in the void. So I decide that sacrificing myself, I almost missed, so that would have been fatal for me. But since I hit him, he was out the game, and that was very good for me. Now, normally I don't do this, but I decided to get chainmail armor to go on the attack. See, normally Bedwars, after you take out your first rush, it's sort of a bit of a race. It's a bit of a race to get iron first. So as long as you can get iron armor, diamond armor isn't much more of an advantage. Although if you have the emeralds and diamonds, it's a very good investment, especially since you keep it the whole game. Alright, so I decide that deep slate, yet again, is the way to go, because deep slate costing 2 diamonds and an iron pickaxe, the cheapest pickaxe, costing 4 diamonds. So that means that according to this logic, it is 2 times better to purchase deep slate for your bed than to purchase a pickaxe to break other people's beds. Unless you've already covered your bed in deep slate, then it's pretty much protected from anyone without pickaxe. So getting emeralds is also a major part of the game. So I'm sure you, before playing Bedwars, you must have seen Hive Pixel Bedwars. The YouTubers there are always making such a big fuss of emeralds, and for a good reason. Although it's not as life depending as it is in Hypixel, it is very important in the top gear is only bought with emeralds. So, and also to fully upgrade your generator so it spawns diamonds, you also need emeralds. So emeralds is a big part. I'd say emeralds are sort of as soon as you get iron armor or just before you get iron armor. So either just after or a little bit after your first rush. So I see that there's only 3 teams, and blue team to the left of me is an easier target because, well, it's closer. And then I see the blue team knows I'm here, so I decide to start to engage him. He is getting a few good hits on me, I'm getting a few good hits on him. It was a very close fight, but he won that fight. So what I decided was, because I chested my gold earlier, I could get iron armor straight away, and he is coming, or they are coming for me along the bridge. So I choose to buy an iron sword because I had the extra diamonds, and I thought it might help me a bit more in the fight. So he comes across my bridge to try and get me, and then he knows he's pretty much doomed. I get a nice combo on him there, a combo that lasted about 3 hits, but combo nonetheless. I build up so that he can't escape once I break his beds, and that's if I break his bed, but I mean, I have better gear than him, so the chances are I am going to break his bed. You see, if I was in chainmail and a stone sword, and he had a stone sword, then it probably, he might have won, I might have won. He quits there. That's a sore loser. So now it's just the final battle. This is a more normal game, I would say. So yeah, so I see that purple is there. So I decide that getting emeralds, as I said earlier, is very important. So I decided to get some more emeralds. I realise that the emeralds have been all taken because it's only one on each generator. And then I see the bridge of magenta, so I go to their base to try and have best hopes of killing them. Now they have a diamond sword and iron armor, so they do have better gear than me. But I do get 3 good hits before they get one hit on me. So I got them down a bit. He's currently winning, but then I sort of turn the tides as I get multiple hits instead of him. And then the very end, it saves me because I'm on half a heart, but I managed to get him in time. I get his bed, I put the diamond sword so I can finish him quicker, and I sort of get him in a combo, but he sort of gives up, I guess. And boom, that's a Hive Bedwars win. The tips and tricks of this video are: always get emeralds, first rush is important, get deep slate, race to get iron armor, do not waste your gold on oak planks until you've got iron armor, and obviously the best one is have fun.